Hi, welcome to the part 6 of the OpenR and IBM Netezza Emulator setup. So now we are going to install base R and RStudio in our PC. So if you go to Google and if you say download base R 3.2.1 Windows, you will get this. So you go over here and you say for Windows, okay, and let this download. Okay, so the download for our client completed. So basically I went to downloads and just copied this file in my documents in the r underscore client folder. Okay, and now I'm gonna run this to install base R in PC. Okay, so it says it is recommended to close all. So yeah, let's close the emulator. Let's close the admin tools. And let's run it now. English, okay. Next. I took all the defaults to keep things simple. Okay, so this is complete. So I get a 32-bit and a 64-bit, so make sure that you always use 64-bit. Okay, so this is the R command prompt. So now let's install RStudio because that's sort of a nice IDE to have. So let's go here. Let's take this one. Let's copy this file over here into documents in our client. Let's paste it here and let's install the RStudio. Okay, so now that RStudio has been installed, what we are gonna do is, let's go to my documents here, and if you go to Netezza underscore OpenR, and if you go here in this directory, you will find there's a doc folder. Okay, open that and you see an R users guide. Open that, and that will tell you about how to configure your desktop R environment to talk to Netezza R. Okay, so let me skip all this stuff, you can read it at your will. So the first thing we need to do is let's come to this page. Okay, configuring the local machine. Okay, so come to page 15 of this document. So now we have installed RStudio and R in our PC, and we also have an emulator which is running in a virtual environment, which has Netezza Analytics and R installed. Now how do we talk from our RStudio into to the emulator? Okay, so we are going to need an ODBC driver to talk to the Netezza database. So what we need to do is, first we need to install an ODBC driver. Okay, so here this document talks about the ODBC driver configuration. So we had earlier already downloaded the Netezza tools, if you recall. So if you go over here and if you look at the Netezza admin client, if you go here drivers, you will see there is something called an ODBC driver, and let's get the ODBC driver set up. Okay, so congratulations, the IBM Netezza ODBC driver has been successfully installed. Okay, so we have installed the ODBC driver. So now let's see what, let's close this particular document. Okay, so now that the driver ODBC driver installation is done, what we are going to do is we will go to our control panel. Okay, let's do this. ODBC drivers. Let's take a shortcut. So go to ODBC drivers. So if you have over here the ODBC data source administrator, let's go to the system DSL, the system DSN. Let's add, let's configure. Okay, so let's configure a data source. So remember we created a DBA test database. So let's give that. Okay, the server name was, the server IP was 192.168.121.128. Okay, database was DBA test. Username was admin. This is the database username. Password is password. Test connection. It's not going to work because I have to start my emulator. So that's okay. Let's start the emulator. Login. NZ. Okay, so we are basically seeing the same IP here, 192.168.121.128. Okay, NZ state. Okay, so NZ state is going to give you the state of the system, whether the system is up or it's still coming up. So it is still discovering, so let's wait for the NZ state to show online. Let's give it some time for the system to come up. So the Netezza system is online. If I do an nz state, it says online. So now let's test this connection over here. Connection attempt was successful. So basically what you did is you installed an ODBC driver in your PC, and from your ODBC driver you were successfully able to connect to the emulator by defining an ODBC data source. Okay, so now meet me at part 7. What we are going to do is we just have the last steps to do. We are going to install all the required packages and the required CRAN packages in our desktop R environment, and once that is done, we will be all done. Okay, see you then.